Thank you. My name is Moroni, and I'm here representing Oceania Pride and DIVA for women.
Do you want to be a decision maker? Where and at what level?
Absolutely, of course. I want to be a decision maker as a woman, and I'm looking at the local level because for me, I believe that at local level I am more closer to the people and the community. I can understand their needs, what they want, and what the development they need to be implemented.
How was your 2014 voting experience?
It wasn't a good experience, to be honest. I actually didn't go to vote. I personally felt that it was going to be a waste of time for me, perhaps because of the dictatorship that was already in place. And I just had the feeling that if I would go, it would waste my time to go and line up. So I missed out in voting.
What would you want your 2018 experience to be?
I'm looking forward for the next election process that's coming up. Perhaps because I'm looking forward for us to finally have a democratic government and for us to appoint a person or a leader that will bring about positive changes for Fiji.
So as Parliament meets, what do you want them to do?
I will want them to use their time and discuss and dialogue on issues, on pressing issues that we're going through, such as climate change, women, HIV, and what concerns the people every day, and not issues that are irrelevant. For me, I will come up with the issue of the flag, because I felt that there was so much money, energy, and time that's used on that, which could have been diverted for better pressing issues that are needed in the country.
What are your top 3 national budget priorities?
Health, education, and infrastructure. Education will be the first one, because I feel that that's the very field that most of us should be focused on. If women are educated, we'll get a lot of benefits to life and more access to what we want in life. And infrastructure, for roads and communication, I believe that if these are implemented in community settings, women will have access to better communication, better infrastructure, and also alleviate their living standards every day. Health, yes, we need to also take priority in our health. We need to be alive every day. Thank you.
My name is Maria Salavakau. I'm 19 years old.
Do you want to be a decision maker?
Of course.
At what level?
I'd like to be economist, and for that I'd like to work in the Reserve Bank, in one of those that they control the money supply in the economy, how the money in circulation economy, if it should be more or less, control inflation.
Do you want to be the governor of the Reserve Bank?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you vote last year?
Yeah. I didn't vote because I was sick.
Ah, okay. But you registered to vote?
Yeah.
Okay. So for 2018, what do you want elections to look like?
Well, I'm anticipating for more independent candidate like Koshika that could stand for, the girls' women's right. Yeah.
So as Parliament meets, what do you want them to do?
Well, first of all, there should be like a code of conduct of how they should speak. Their language should be appropriate, should be formal. It's a parliament. They're representing the nation. Yeah. And
so what are your top 3 national budget priorities? So every year, government decides on where all the money should go. So what are the top 3 priorities you think?
first of all, it's education. The government should provide a lot of scholarship, overseas scholarship for commerce students, because now I see there's just a lot of overseas scholarship for medical students. I wanted to know the government should be neutral to all fields of studies. Okay. Oh, and second of all, it's health. Well, the government should, the medical expenses for the elderly, especially those that have served their years of serving the civil service, it should be free.
Okay.
And third is for the unemployed youths. There should be some programs. They should take part in it, and I think there should be paid some sort of income like that, just to help them. Okay.
Hi, my name is Merimoto and I'm with FemLINKPACIFIC.
Okay. So, do you want to be a decision maker?
Definitely. I think being a decision maker is something that I want to do for myself, and also at the different levels as well, at work, at the local level, maybe one day make it to the national level as well.
Okay. So, how was your experience of the 2014 elections?
2014 election was very interesting because it's the first time we were going back to the polls after a very long time, and for me as a young woman, it was my first experience with voting as well, and it was very different. Not only the experience that I went through with the elections, but also hearing about the different experiences of other young women and other women as well. Being part of the FemLINKPACIFIC team covering the elections, we got to see the election through a gender lens. The women got to speak to a couple of the women from Moroni, the expectations and what they were voting for, whether they voted for a male or female. So it was very interesting for me personally as a first-time voter, and also in the line of work that I do at FemLINKPACIFIC.
So, what would you want to see for the 2018 elections? Definitely
a lot more education for the general public. I think a lot of people were not even it was one day voting, as a lot of people were used to, a week of voting, or so to speak. And this one day voting was very, very new for a lot of people, and the fact that they were, separated into, the closest polling station to wherever it was that you lived. So I think just a lot more education in using the new system and getting used to the one-day voting.
Parliament meets next month. What do you want them to be talking about?
They should be talking about definitely getting more women into decision-making spaces, and the little things, tax on the basics of what a young woman would definitely, or a woman, I'm talking about sanitary pads. I think, we were talking about it the other day with a couple of people at work. Take up the tax so that it's affordable for a young woman, and so they don't have to go for the cheaper version that would affect them, affect their health as well.
So what are your top 3 national budget priorities?
Invest more in community media, and especially for young women in getting them into the media and seeing it through a gender lens. I think with being with FemLINKPACIFIC has made me realize that community media is very important. There's a lot of potential there as well. So I think investing in community media is one, and the other one is definitely healthcare, maternal healthcare. At that, a few of my friends are going to be moms, first-time moms at that, and some of them are even single mothers. So they've been talking about maternal healthcare. I think not just healthcare in general, but specifically maternal health and education.
Hi, my name is Pamela Punctually. I am roots woman, and I'm from Suba.
Do you want to be a decision maker, and at what level and where?
Yes, definitely. I guess everyone wants to be a decision maker in some point of their lives, and I'd like to start small, be heard, start with the relationship you have every day with your family, your friends, be able to make decisions there and then work your way up.
How was your experience of voting last year?
Unfortunately, I wasn't part of it. I was not here in Fiji to be a part of it.
Oh, okay. So what do you want in your 2018 experience to be like, your voting experience?
Well, I'd like it to be easier, accessible, and hopefully electronic, like how they do it overseas. Instead of standing in long queues and waiting for your turn, you can just do it online or something.
Parliament meets. What do you want them to do?
Well, first of all, I'd like them to address issues that we go through every day, like unemployment. With the youth, there's a large number of that. Address issues of that, proactive decisions to help tackle the normal everyday issues that we all go through: poverty, unemployment, issues to deal with women as well.
So tell me, what are your top 3 national budget priorities?
Traveling abroad and seeing what's happening around them. I think it would be healthcare. Fiji needs that. better health facilities, better healthcare services provided, one that can be easily accessed, and infrastructure mainly to do with schools, and the third one would be better services available, like services for people to access, like those from like transportation and stuff, from like those who can't, like come from the interior and stuff, like stuff like that.
Do you want to be a decision maker? At what level or where?
Yes, at my own locality. I want to be a decision maker because I want young women in our locality to voice out their own opinion. Yeah, that's all.
How was your experience of voting last year?
It was a great experience where I had to come in and vote.
Do you think your vote was worth it?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you want in your 2018 vote experience to be like?
Easier than the last vote I had in the last 2014 election.
As Parliament meets, what do you want them to do?
For me, I want the Parliament to discuss more about the poverty line in Fiji. They are increasing in poverty line, so I want them to discuss more about it and help the poor people get out of poverty line.
What are your 3 national budget priorities?
First one is education. Primary and secondary level are okay, but only the tertiary levels. Some they don't. They have not enough income to get their tertiary. They don't have enough money to support their education and scholarship.
Do you have any other
So
two?
the government to give they need scholarship from the government.
What are your other 2 budget
And the
priorities?
Other one is the infrastructures. We need the government for the roads in our locality to be improved. And the third one is health. For the health, we need more supplies from different hospitals. Different supplies from. They need more supplies in hospitals in our